Hey everyone, it's me, Beatty Kelly Sunflower. So another pre-order deck has arrived today, and it's called the Real Talk Tarot Mystical Answers for a Chaotic World, and it's illustrated by Junita Londono Cavalera. So look at the back of the box. Let's be real. Modern life can feel surreal and disorientating sometimes. Real Talk Tarot is perfect for everyone, from a novice to expert who is looking for guidance in today's world that often feels chaotic and on fire. Each of the 78 cards is connected to today's world by characteristics and situations you might encounter any day. Some of the illustrations are light-hearted, like the King of Cups depicted as a handsome barista, and some are less so, such as the Seven of Wands represented by a heated political protest in the streets. But each card is true to the experience of life today, while staying true to its original meaning. And it's published by beeker&mayerbooks. Okay, so it's one of these lift up boxes. It comes with a guidebook, and the cards are in two compartments. So let's just lift these up. And then the box has no insert to put the cards, so these cards are going to need a bag. Let's have a look at the guidebook first. How many pages? "48 pages for the guidebook. So the table of contents, I don't like the print. Yeah, it's kind of drained up writing, quite difficult for me to read, but it's large. So it's got the introduction, sample spreads, quick reference, major arcana, cups, pentacles, swords and wands. So it's clearly written out. Tarot is a system of archetypes, a picture book of human condition, reflecting our states of mind and stages of life. I like that explanation. Over the past 600 years, people have consulted the cards for religious instruction, spiritual insight, self-knowledge, and divining the future. In this deck, the ancient symbols and motifs usually seen on the cards have been replaced with images, characters, and scenes from our modern world. We hope these re-envisioned cards will stimulate our intuition, connecting us with our higher selves or our divine or spiritual aspects. How to work with this book. This book offers the basics of what you need to know to read tarot cards for daily affirmation, prediction, and intuitive spiritual development. Anyone can learn to work with tarot and can benefit greatly from its insights. All you need is an open mind and a willingness to trust the impressions you sense during a reading. The aim is to help you be creative with tarot, to experiment and find ways to read the cards that work for you. There's no right or wrong way to lay out cards, just the way that's right for you. Then it talks about exploring the deck, the major and the minor arcana. Talks about reading the suit cards by their elements, reading cards by their numbers. So ones and aces are beginnings and new energy. Twos are partnership, balance and division. Threes, acknowledgement. Fours, stability and boundaries. Fives, instability and challenges. Sixes, harmony and improvements. 7, potential and ambitions. 8, rewards and progress. 9s, intensity. 10s, culmination, completion, endings, and also beginnings. Then there's a few spreads in this book. So there's a 1 card spread. There's a 3 card past, present and future. There's the Celtic cross spread there. There's the week ahead spread. When it gives you a quick reference. So, you know, the 4 is beginnings and risks, the magician, action, ambition and manifestation. I must admit, I'm not liking this font very much. This one is cool. I wish she'd used this font, but in bolder writing, because it really is difficult to flip across for me. But I like the fact, I like the keywords that she's used for the quick reference. And she's done that for each of the suits as well. So for the cups, the swords, the pentacles, and the wands. Then for each of the cards, so for example, the minor arcana, or the Fool, a jump into the unknown. And when it gives you an upright meaning, which says, the upright Fool signifies new opportunities. It's never too late to start fresh and follow your heart's desire. Starting a new job, new city, new hobby or adventure, it is time for optimism and a fresh perspective. You might fall off your unicycle once or twice, but take a leap of faith, and whatever you start now will go well. And then the reverse meaning is what you're proposing a leap too far? Don't be rash. The reverse Fool leaps without awareness and so becomes the literal idiot, sabotaging his chances due to desperation and irrationality. So it does that for each of the cards in the major arcana. There's no pictures. Let me see how the minor arcana looks like. Okay, so for each suit, again, it's the same layout. It's the card archetype name, some keywords, and then the upright and reverse meanings. So it does that for all of the suits in the major arcana too. Okay, and then that's it. Oh, I mean, it's got about the illustrator, who I'm assuming is the author as well. Junita was born in Colombia and has always lived in a house up in the hills amidst the mountains, surrounded by nature, birds and flowers. She had never quite liked staying in one place, so she travelled around satisfying that drive of learning from new cultures and trying new foods. She believes that what led her to illustration was bedtime stories. She wouldn't go to sleep if her parents didn't read her a storybook. She studied fashion design in her hometown, Middleton, and graduated in concept art from the Vancouver Film School in 2018, and has been freelancing as an illustrator and textile designer since then. That's fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. So as I said before, they're kind of sealed that way, which is odd to me. Not understanding why they just couldn't put an insert into the box, but hey, let's open this up. Okay, so let's look at the cards in terms of size. So this is my Wandering Star Tarot deck, which is the same size as a regular RWS card. And as you can see, this deck is a tad longer and a lot wider. So it's quite a large tarot size, but not as large as an oracle deck. Cardstock, they're okay. They remind me of Llewellyn cardstock. And again, they're completely reversible. So I'm now going to flip through the cards. is the Real Talk Tarot. Let me shuffle these cards to see how they shuffle. Oops, daisy. On a klutzy day today. Yes, they shuffle quite smoothly. What do I think of this deck? I think it's very colourful, very quirky, but to me it is more for a younger audience, which doesn't really bother me. A lot of the archetypes in this deck do seem to be youngish, say 30 downwards, but hey, that's cool too. Interesting modern take of life, but I think it's a take of life from a younger person's perspective, really. I'm going to work with this deck and see how I feel, but I do find it to be a quirky deck. So I will leave links to this deck in the description bar should anybody be interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.